The Kayfabe Crunch is engineered by Pipe Bomb Audio. We're the #1 audio company in the pro wrestling industry. All our headphones, earbuds, and soundbars emit a special kind of supersonic radiation that will melt your brain, both metaphorically and in a very real, gooey sort of way.
The Kayfabe Crunch. On this day, I news clearly.
Good day, this is your Kayfabe Crunch for Tuesday, January 28th, 2020. I'm Chris, Canadian Destroyer. 2 days ago, we saw clearly. Wrestling fans around the world are jubilant as a much beloved superstar made his return in the Royal Rumble match. He's a man who always takes advantage of every opportunity. A man who was sidelined with a neck injury several years ago. But finally, Santino Marella is back. Oh, and 11-time world champion Edge has returned as well. Top story, McIntyre's moment. The once proclaimed chosen one has finally selected his destiny. After eliminating Brock Lesnar and winning the Royal Rumble match, Drew McIntyre will now face the Beast at WrestleMania. Sunday was a breakout moment for the Scottish superstar, who has been through many highs and lows in WWE, from ponytail sporting prospect to the bass player in Heath Slater's band. For some of our younger listeners, Heath Slater is a contracted wrestler who used to appear on television. McIntyre was then released into the wild, where he roamed free for several years, maturing like a fine yogurt. He returned in 2017, and his gradual rise built to our collective climaxes on Sunday night. On Raw, McIntyre dispatched the OC, before immediately being attacked by Lesnar. But with 69 days to go until WrestleMania, McIntyre has plenty of time to recover. Now, due to my rich heritage, I'm off to celebrate in the traditional Scottish way, bludgeoning the nearest Englishman with a massive sword. And now it's time for your fast count, the list of Jericho of news.
Aleister Black promises to bring the fight to us. Police advice is to lock your doors and ignore any knocking.
WWE graphics department makes mistake by using a cutlass for WrestleMania logo. It should obviously be a claymore.
Rey Mysterio faced MVP on Raw. That's last night's Raw. We weren't just watching episodes from 2008.
The final match for the Dusty Cup takes place tomorrow, but they'll give it a little wax before presenting it to the winners.
Humberto Carrillo loses championship match and is rewarded with another championship match. Note to aspiring wrestlers, lose matches.
WWE pays tribute to Kobe Bryant by having Brock Lesnar Kobe 13 other competitors out of the ring.
Charlotte Flair stated she didn't want to brag, but proceeded to brag for 5 minutes. No offense, Charlotte, but you're a horrible, egotistic individual.
Mojo Rawley transforms 24/7 title into Jobber Championship, in that he used it to get Riddick Moss a job.
Randy Orton practices feng shui on and around Edge's neck.
Asuka locks in the octopus. Locktopus.
Liv Morgan defeats Lana. They say you only live once, but we expect to see this match every week for the next month.
Santino Marella enters the Women's Royal Rumble. You get it? Because a man wore women's clothing? And that's a hilarious joke in 2020. And that's your fast count.
You've been counted out. I'll see you in court, mister.
Seth Rollins came up short on Sunday, but last night, the Monday Night Messiah reveled in the fact that he killed the dreams of 2 of his colleagues, dashing their chance at glory. You know, just like Jesus. Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe were the men in question, and they faced Rollins and Murphy for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Before the match could start, however, Rollins inadvertently revealed the location of his bodyguards. It turns out they were in the first place you would look, Rollins' dressing room, But that's often the last place you'd think to look. Like when you can't find your keys, so you empty out your drawers, tip all your furniture over, and then set the house on fire. Only to find them in the ashes of what used to be your best jacket. We've all been there. With the location revealed, the Viking raiders then did what Vikings do best. What, really? Live on Raw? A family show? Oh, the other thing. They raided Rollins' locker room and took out his hired goons. Owens and Joe, first name Samoa, then fought the tag champs in a fair contest, without any interference. And they still lost. Edge's return at the Royal Rumble shocked everyone, even me, and I'm famously not surprised by anything. It's a condition. The Rated R superstar had to retire in 2011 due to multiple neck injuries, and the morsels of medical information we've received over the years seem to suggest that if he wrestled just one more match, his neck would crumple like a discarded tube of biscuits. So what changed? Well, to find out, we're going to speak to one of the medical professionals who has been consulting with Edge, Dr. Peter Slip.
Actually, sorry to interrupt, I'm not a doctor, just a medical professional.
Okay, but you cleared Edge to compete on Sunday, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Just wanted to make it clear that I don't have a degree in medicine.
Do you not need one to practice medicine?
Well, you'd think, but apparently not.
So let's talk about Edge. He's been seeing you for the last several years. Why did you decide to clear him to return to the ring now?
Well, we received a large check from someone called, let me see here. Oh, it's just initialed VM. I wonder who that could be.
But he's fine, isn't he? I mean, we're not going to see a tragic incident in the ring or anything.
Oh, I don't know, Chris. There are no certainties in medicine. At least that's what they taught me at the abattoir.
Okay, so last night Edge spoke about aging, how he may have crow's feet, but he's still full of determination and grit.
Oh, so he talked about his treatment then?
I'm sorry?
Yes, it's the latest in surgiological advancements, and how we cured him. First, we pumped his guts full of grit to unslip his innards. You see, they help to soothe the spine from the inside. Then we fed him crow's feet, shallow fried on a medium heat for around 12 minutes. The crucial bird proteins help to rebuild bone matter and your key muscle flaps. You should try it, Chris. Wrestle a crow to the ground and have a little munch on his feet.
I don't think I'll, Also, news law requires me to tell our listeners to not try that at home.
Well, no. You'd have to go to a park or wherever your local crow populace congregates.
Okay, just quickly, Mr. Slip. What's your prognosis after seeing Edge get his neck smashed between two chairs by Randy Orton?
That actually happened?
Yes, just last night.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Jeff, get the big nets out. We're going to need 30 to 40 wild crows.
And there's just time for a traffic report where you are. The road to WrestleMania has now been opened after 9 months of construction. Pete's gas leak on I-69, nice. Tugboat lanes now open once again after serious typhoon. And a limo explodes, but fortunately, without any casualties. Join us Saturday when we'll have all the latest news from Friday Night SmackDown. And come back next Tuesday when surely there will have been more wrestling. This has been the Kayfabe Crunch, your not quite daily, not quite news, bump for the world of professional wrestling. Oh, hi, yep. The ants are literally everywhere. To be honest, it'll be easier for me to tell you where they aren't. I'd start in that corner. I think that's where the queen is.
The Kayfabe Crunch is engineered by Pipe Bomb Audio. Hearing is our most vital sense. Without our ears, we wouldn't be able to hear those big moments in wrestling. And also, we'd look pretty weird. Feel the vibrations of each slam inside your mind. Our generation will all get tinnitus anyway, so make it explosive with Pipe Bomb Audio.
The Kayfabe Crunch.